Okay, now yes. All right, so in this case, as you remember, this was the last vocabulary we learned in the last class, in which it says kind of hotel rooms and beds. As you remember, when we are going to stay in another place, I don't know, maybe we travel to other places like tourism for academic purposes. I don't know, it can be also for stressful, for retirement, and other ones. It's really important that we know too how we are going to specify different places in which we are going to stay. For example, in this case, we have this different, as you see, it's not the same to say, oh, yeah, of course, in an apartment, in a hotel, it will have a bed. But if you do not specify which kind of bed, or maybe the person tell you, all right, I have a double room, I have a single room, and a twin bed. So which one would you prefer? So in this case, we have to be able to choose and to understand what is a twin bed, what is a single room, and what is a double room. So just to remember, this is the vocabulary in which we can specify about the accommodation according to the bed or different specific things that has an apartment, a room in a hotel in which we are going to stay for a specific time. Here we have a double room in which means that we are going to find in the apartment two beds in a one room. In a single room in which we are going to have just one bed, to be more specific, like queen size bed, como una cama de doble pieza, no? It could be for a couple, for marriage, even for family, maybe they have a baby. A suite in which we have the bed, but also we have here a place to take rest or maybe to have visits. A suite, a twin bed like is a single one just for one person. A queen size bed, a king size bed. It will be like una plaza, dos plazas creo que es, 2.5 plazas queen size bed, and a rollaway bed. Okay, also faca. That is the one applicable. So in this case, this is the vocabulary we saw the last class. So let's see what it goes the next. Okay, these already, we did it. Okay, now, taking into account that vocabulary and the other vocabulary we already seen, today we are going to talk about the real conditional. What is the real conditional? In other cases, in other books, you're going to find it is like the first conditional. So do not be surprised. Okay? The real conditional or the first conditional in this case help us to express different actions that can be done or maybe will be done in the future. It's like to express factual things. It's like to express, I don't know, future incomes in some actions. So the real conditional for us will help us to express the results of actions or condition. First, what is a condition? What do you understand with condition? We have in Spanish as well, this is the conditionals. And like I said, I don't know, si hago mi tarea, mañana estaré libre. So it's that kind of conditional we have here in English, but what do you understand when we talk about conditions? ¿Qué significado se les viene a la mente cuando hablamos de condiciones? Like is a condition. If you don't do any action, you won't be able to do other action. So in this case, what do you understand? Maybe any volunteer? Carla, please.
For what I understand, a conditional is like doing something for something else.
Excellent, that's right. So a conditional is, as Carla mentioned, is if we don't do any action, the other action is we cannot do again. We cannot continue. So in this case, the real conditional, or as we know, the first conditional, we are going to remember two grammar structures. Vamos a recordar dos estructuras gramaticales importantes. The ones that you already know, present simple, it's really important, and the other one, the future simple. Why we need those is because the real conditional, as you are in intermediate level, is going to be more complex and complex. It's not like say, I don't know, I ride the bike, and that's all. Now we are going to use some clauses, okay? Algunas proposiciones que ya son parte de una oración. Es decir, que en esta oración ya vamos a encontrar más de un verbo, ¿ya? Más de un verbo auxiliar para ser exactos. So in this case, look at this. We know if as a clause, the conditional. Look, in English, in Spanish, people who learn Spanish, they have this complexity to learn. Tienen esa complejidad de aprender, porque en español tenemos el sí, sin tilde, que es nuestro condicional, y el sí, que es nuestro afirmativo, adverbio afirmativo. So, with this, it means like this. If es nuestro sí condicional. Sí con tilde, pues es el afirmativo, como decir yes. And where it goes with this. If you use some translators that are not well prepared, some translators that are not okay, they are going to translate to you this if like yes, and it is not, no es. Or maybe if you want to translate sí, you have to know sí sin tilde or sí con tilde. Okay? So be careful with that. That if clause for us will be the condition. What is the condition in this case? Is the action that must be completed. Okay, for example, if the business center is still open, and look at this. In the if clause, why we said that it is if clause? ¿Por qué decimos que es una cláusula con if o la if proposicional? Porque esta es mi primera oración. Esta es la primera oración que vamos a abarcar, ¿no? Mi primera cláusula. So, if the business center is open, and look at this. Give me a second. Here we have if, my conditional. Then we have here other. That is my verb to be. That is casually in simple present. So be careful with this. How we do construct if clauses? How do we construct the real conditional? The if clause must have the verb in simple present. It always must have the verb in simple present. Why? Because the result clause that it doesn't contain the if is going to be with future. Look at this. I'll print the programs for the meeting. Okay? We do not say if the business center will still open or will be still open. No. In the if clause, in the real conditional, we do not write the will in the if clause. That is not permitted, okay? So be careful with that. Watch out. So what it says here, real conditional sentences express factual or future results. And that's right. What does it mean with factual and future results? Is that some actions that maybe it's in the present, if they are done, si estas acciones se realizan, so in the future, the other action is going to continue. Like, if the business center is still open, I'll print the programs for the meeting. So in this case, imagine that the business center is open. So the other person is going to continue with the other action. That will be that he or she will print the programs for the meeting. Okay? So in this case, the real conditional sentences express factual or future results. That para nosotros decimos los indicativos, que es un indicativo, toda aquella oración que te expresa algo real, una acción real que se realiza en el pasado, presente, futuro. When the result is in the future, use will in the result clause. This is my result clause. Do not forget. The result clause helps us to say, all right, if I do this action, the other action is going to continue. So as it says here, factual results use present in both clauses. Future result use will in the result clauses. Why we said that is a factual result, besides to say some reals? Porque decimos que es un resultado real, no, o factible. Because in this case, suppose that you are in the present, and it will say, if you reserve a suite, you get a living room. If a hotel doesn't have a room, I always call a bed and breakfast to see if they have one. So look at this. In this case, the factual result is something that we can do or we cannot do. Es decir, el resultado factual es el que nosotros podemos hacer. Está en nuestras manos hacerlo o no hacerlo. Pero si lo hacemos, continuamos con la siguiente acción. Si no se hace, la otra acción queda eliminada. That's why we manage, in this case, these two clauses in separate ways, but at the same time are together. Because later on, you're going to see different kind of sentences that involve this, ¿ok? Hay algunas oraciones donde estas van a cambiar por otro tipo de resoluciones, ¿ya? So the future result in this case, we will use will in the result clauses as mentioned before. If you reserve a suite, you get a living room. If he calls here before noon, this is my if clause, she will still be home. If the Atlantic Hotel doesn't have a room, I'll call the Pacific to see if they have one. Okay? So in this case, this is the real conditional. Something to be noticed in this case, not too much. It's like simple present and future. So how it works in questions? In question is really important. In questions, we cannot use will. Okay? Will. Sometimes yes, sometimes no, but in this case, look at this. We have the double each question. Will you stay if, then again. Ahora, en aquí digamos que lo contradictorio es que no vamos a tener nuestro signo de puntuación como la coma en los anteriores. Solo en aquí, where will you stay if they don't have a room for tonight? So look at this, in this case, a partir del if, todo es mi if clause. And in this case, we are going to have simple present, nothing else. And then here is going to maintain the future. Where will you stay if they don't have a room for tonight? One sample. Second one, we don't use double each question. If there is no coffee shop at the hotel, where will we have breakfast? And look at this, in this case, we also have simple present. There is in contraction of care, of course. All of this is my if clause. And then the future one. Where will we have breakfast? Okay, so in conditional, when you are going to write any sentences with the first conditional in this case, and any other conditional, of course, the zero conditional, first, second, and third conditional, you have to be careful about our punctuation. The punctuation is really important in this case, depending on the context. First, if you are going to express an idea, look at this. This is my if conditional. If the sentence starts with the if conditional, you have to use comma to separate the other one. Look at this. Here is the comma. If the restaurant is still open, I will have dinner in the hotel. But if the future is, or our future one, clausula, is at the beginning, we don't have comma. We don't need comma because it is supposed sometimes that the if is going to be like a conjunction, like a connector. So we don't need it. But if we start with the if clause, we need a comma because the IL no es un conector, ¿ya? Es solo un sujeto con su verbo auxiliar, nada más. Van a tener cuidado con ello. So that is the first conditional in this case. Now, something you have to watch out is to, in these cases, never use will in the if clause. This is the most common errors most people do at the moment they do, I don't know, a rating test. Why? Because they used to put in the if clause, that is my if clause, will. We don't use will. We use simple present. And then the will is going to come next, but not in the if clause. In the if clause, we don't use will. It's mandatory. It's a must. If you check your voicemail, you will hear the message. Okay? So be careful with it. We don't need in the if clause. And then what else? Yes, that would be the only thing. As you can see in this case, you have to be careful in different things. One, be careful with the grammar structure. If clause, simple present. Okay? And the other one, in future. And what else about the comma? If your sentence is going to start with if, then to separate the other clause, you have to put comma. And what else? Yes, that will be all at the moment. And then we are going to practice to see if you understand or we need to reinforcement in this case. Okay, give me a second. All right, so this is the real conditional, or as you can find, the first conditional. So now I would like your participation in this case. It says, understand and practice the grammar, complete with the real conditional, then go to the next screen. So here we have 1, 2, 3, and 6, I suppose. Oh, other ones we have. Okay. So in this case, 5, yes. And number 1, we start with if. Here we have our pronoun, here we have our verb, a sweet, and the next. Here is the comma, and she, da, da, da. So, how will be the first sentences? Carla, please. Betsabe, number 2.
If she gets a suite on her next cruise, she'll be more comfortable.
Excellent. If she gets a suite on her next cruise, she will be more comfortable. Excellent. Thank you so much, Carla. Betsabe, number 2.
The hotel's policy has always been that if they want guests.
Okay. Guests in this case means invitados. Invitados.
Okay. If guests want a double room, they will have to request one when they make the reservation.
Okay, excellent. If guests want a double room, they have to request one when they make a reservation. Excellent. Liz, please. Number 3.
Okay, teacher. Someone will give me a hand at the airport if I need help. If I will need help with my luggage.
Okay, so look at it.
I'm sure.
No, the first sentences is in future. Don't forget that when we have if, cualquier oración con if que empiece, en este caso, si el if va a ir antes o después, en el if nosotros no metemos el futuro, para nada, simple present, nada más. So, could you repeat again?
Okay. Someone will give me a hand at the airport if I need help with my luggage.
Okay, so you have to only change. Look at this. As we are talking about in question, you have to say, will someone give me a hand at the airport if I need help with my luggage? Okay? Will someone? Look at always this. When we talk about question, the auxiliary verb goes first, then goes my person. No se olviden que la persona puede expresarse en diferentes maneras. Nombres propios, designaciones como ser alguien, todos, no sé, alguien, todos, nadie. También puede ser en este caso designaciones como profesiones, ¿no? El policía, la persona, no sé, el doctor, las doctores, la doctora, and so on. Okay? Así que in this case, here is my supposed expression to person and principal verb. Okay, Alejandro, you will hear 4 and Laura number 5. Alejandro?
Okay. If you request a rollaway bed right now, they will bring one to your room.
Excellent. If you request a rollaway bed right now, they will bring one to your room. Laura, number 5. Thank you so much.
If they don't have a king size bed, they will always give you two queens.
Excellent. If they don't have a queen size bed, they always give you two queens. Okay? Cuando usamos algunos, ¿han usado ustedes lo que son los frequency adverbs? Always, never, sometimes, rarely, etc., etc. It goes in this case like this. They always give, ta ta ta. They sometimes give, they rarely, ta ta ta. Okay? So first, subject pronoun, adverb of frequency, and the verb. All right? All right. So do not forget this. When we talk about the if clause, we use the simple present. Simple present. Okay? And when we are going to, I don't know, complement it with an action that can be done in the future, si cuando lo complementamos con una acción que va a ir en el futuro, then we are going to use the will. We are going to use the will in this case. Like in this case, she will. The auto always has if. Look at this. In this case, it's the if, and then it goes simple present. Where it goes, here we have if, and then it goes simple present as well. Okay? So now, let's continue practice. And then where is it? Okay. So here we have an understanding practice. It says, now choose factual if the sentence expresses a fact. Choose future if it expresses a future result. Okay, we have in this case different kind of conditional. One it is talking about, I don't know, maybe if you can confirm to me if you already seen like the zero conditional. ¿Alguno de ustedes ya ha visto el cero condicional? Yes, no? I would take it like a no.
No.
No, zero conditional. Okay, that's weird. All right, so maybe next ask I can tell you about you, or maybe it's in your book already. Okay, it says we have to choose if the sentence expressed to us factual or future expressions. Like number 1, if she gets a sweat on her next crease, she'll be more comfortable. So in this case, I would choose volunteers. Carlos Arturo. Tell me number 1. It says, if she gets a sweet on her next cruise, she will be more comfortable. So in this case, what do you think? Is factual or future?
Future.
Future, okay, so let's see. Excellent, future. Why? Because we have here a future action, future expression. It says, if she gets a sweet on her next cruise, she'll be more comfortable. So in this case, if she gets, she will be more comfortable. If she doesn't get, she maybe won't be comfortable. Excellent, thank you so much. The next one, please. Cristel, number 2. The hotel's policy has always been that if guests want a double room, they have to request one when they make the reservation. So in this case, Cristel, it is future or factual? Cristel? Cristel, no here. Cecilia, number 2. No, Cecilia.
Así vas a entrar
Cecilia.
ahí, por favor.
Cecilia, Cristel, some of you are here. Okay. Dailin, maybe. Number 2.
Factual, maybe, I don't know.
Yes, excellent. It's factual. Okay, how do we can, I don't know, maybe distinct that is factual or future. Look at this. In the whole sentence, we are not using the future structure or our will. No estamos usando para nada el will. That's why I asked to you if you see that this very conditional. In this case, we don't have some condition. It's not mandatory. That's why it's a factual thing. For example, the hotel's policy has always been that if guests want a double room, they have to request one when they make the reservation. So that is factual. What does it mean to be factual? In this case, is that it works more for law. Okay, esto trabaja un poquito con las leyes. There are some places that they are not like a condition. It's not like, I don't know, por ejemplo, en el área de medicina. Tú no puedes entrar en el anfiteatro si no tienes todo tu, en este caso, EPP, ¿no? Que es el equipo de protección personal. So, no puedes entrar en los laboratorios, no puedes entrar en los anfiteatros, no puedes entrar a ningún lugar si no tienes esos EPPs. Y no es condicional. ¿Por qué? Te está diciendo que en el laboratorio no puedes entrar con ello, pero no puedes decir, ya, pero si llevo mi barbijo, si puedo entrar. No puedes entrar porque tienes que tener todo. Tienes que tener que tus lentes, tienes que tener tu barbijo, tienes que tener tus guantes, tienes que tener tu guardapolvo, tus crocs, todo tienes que tener. No, pero es que si tengo solo mi no puedes entrar porque tienes que tener todo ello. So that's what it's mean in the factual. Because it's something that cannot be conditioned. Es algo que no se puede condicionar. Y es lo mismo en donde sea que en algunos lugares donde trabajen o especialmente en lugares de restricción, por ejemplo, en caso de ingeniería de alimentos. En la empresa no puedes entrar si no tienes todo tu equipo de protección personal. Y no puedes como negociar en ahí, no hay esa negociación. Y es lo mismo en aquí. En aquí dice, the hotel policy, es decir, las leyes, el establecimiento, no el estatuto como tal, dice que siempre, siempre, todos los invitados, todos los que vengan, si quieren a double room, they have to request one when they make the reservation. No es como que, ya hago la reservación, listo, me van a dar seguro. No, en la reservación sí o sí tienes que especificar. Si no especificas, pues no te van a dar. That's what is mean factual. Factual is something we cannot move. No podemos mover. Incluso con medicamentos. En el medicamento no puedes decir, te dice de 8 horas a 8 horas, entonces si tú no balanceas eso, te va a pasar algo malo. Te puede dar alergias, contraindicaciones. Así que a eso se refiere. Usamos más ese tipo de condicionales, los factual conditional, as zero conditional, porque no hay ninguna condición como tal, pero se expresa esa condición, ¿no? En aquí hay esa condicional. If guests want a double room, they have. Es una orden. Es como el must. Ellos tienen que, sí o sí. Pero si no, pues, obvio no se va a dar la acción. Pero, look at this in the future. This is more personal decision. If I say, if she gets a suite on her next cruise, she will be more comfortable. Pero es su decisión. Si ella no reserva, ¿no? Una suite en su siguiente, en el siguiente crucero, así que va a pasar, que ella no va a estar muy cómoda, ¿no? Y viendo también la lógica de las vacaciones como son. Así que, so that's what this means factual. It's something that's mandatory, something that it cannot be conditioned like a personal decision. As a personal decision, I can say, if I do my homework, tomorrow I will be free, maybe. Pero está en mi decisión, que yo haga o no haga. All right? That is factual. And future, well, you have the future even though in the structure. All right? Number 3, please. I would like you, which one? Who won in this case? Marcela Jorges. Number 3. Will someone give me a hand at the airport if I need help with my luggage? Do you think it's future or factual?
Future?
Future. Excellent. It's a future. Perfect. Because we are using the will, and also, as you could read, the understand you makes you to think that is in future. Because even when you go in an airport, there's someone who are going to help you with the luggage. Maybe the person who works in the airport or any other private or the other ones who offer the work in the change of money. Number 4, if you request a rollaway bed right now, they will bring one to your room. So in this case, please, I would like Daniel Perez.
Future.
Future, excellent. Future. And number 5, if they don't have a queen size bed, they always give you 2 queens. So in this case, what will be the last one, Liz?
Teacher, future, I think.
Are you sure? Look at the structure, the message.
Teacher?
Look at the message. If they don't have a queen size bed, they always give you 2 queens. Es como si te estuvieran diciendo, si ellos no tienen, en este caso, queen size, si no me equivoco, es 2 plazas y media. Si no tienen esa
ok.
cantidad y no logras reservar, ellos siempre te van a hacer que tú, no sé, pelees o quieras, no sé, que te den siempre ese tipo de cama, siempre te van a dar el 2 queens, ¿no?
Ok, teacher. Factual.
Fashion, excellent. Look at this.
Yes.
Factual, okay? Now, the factual one, do not forget, is very important, especially for you that you need to be able to read any academic paper, any, academic book, even for a study. In this case, we have a conditional, but this conditional is like they'll tell you, if you don't do this, this will happen, and that's all. We don't have like if I do, no, you don't do, this will happen. You do, it won't happen. Nothing else. Okay? It's more like restrictive in the actions. You cannot decide in this case. You don't have any other option because that's the only one that happens in that kind of actions. Okay? That's about the factual one. Okay, so here we have the communication activator in order we can use all what we have learned. So today, as mentioned before, I suggest to you in this communication activator, how about like little notebook in which you can write any single word like this. Only that's the word and the meaning that it has in there. Yo les aconsejo siempre llevarse una libretita donde tengan chiquitito como fichitas todos los conversation model o communication activators, porque cuando pasen al siguiente nivel les va a ayudar bastante, especialmente para llenar algunos gaps. ¿Qué son gaps? Para nosotros van a ser esos espacios o muletillas que la persona suele dejar por el hecho de que a veces procesar, como están aprendiendo un nuevo lenguaje, un nuevo idioma, perdón, con nuevas palabras, nuevas estructuras relativas, la mente se está adaptando, pues, se está adaptando. Así que cuesta pensar un poquito o organizar las ideas. So that's why I suggest to you all communicator activators try to have in just one place, in one place. They will help you to you. So this communicator activator will be used in the real time in which is communication in a hotel. So the social language set, say, by the way, to introduce a new thought. Okay? By the way, is very used as well for American people, in which they want like maybe, especially you can listen that word when maybe two person are talking about some uncomfortable topics sometimes, like sport, politicians, what else? Sport, politicians, what is more polemic ones? I think there's two more. Okay, but when they are talking about some things that are like controversial topics, so they used to like, okay, so by the way, how was your day? So changing the topic, introducing a new thought. They tend to use this in order to avoid that uncomfortable talks. This is a very common way in which you can see that, by the way, or maybe they are like arguing each one, like saying, no, I'm in favor for, I don't know, uh, any person, and the other one is like, it's to be like a rude argument, and then you say that silence, that comfortable silence, and you say, by the way, did you do your homework? Okay, so like changing a new thought in order to, okay, let's go out with that thought, bye that thought, and a new thought, new conversation comes here. Okay, that's very common to use it, by the way. Okay, to introduce in that new thought. Es como nosotros conocemos como el a propósito, ¿ok? Estamos comunicándonos y decimos, a propósito, ¿han hecho la tarea? A propósito, ¿sabes? No sé, ¿sabes cuándo van a hacer los exámenes? Okay, so in this case, like changing that kind of conversations. So here we have two conversation models in which we are going to talk about checking it and checking out. Okay, checking it like to make a reservation in a hotel. Okay, and talking about as well the details that each apartment will have according to the beds. So give me a second, I will search my sound so you can listen, and then we are going to practice. Please be careful on the intonation, how it is used, by the way, and of course the new words you already know. Enfóquense en la pronunciación como también en la entonación. That is very important in order you can acquire more natural, more expressive, and more enjoyable pronunciation about English language. So please listen carefully, and then we're going to continue.
Checking in.
Hello, I'm checking in. The name's Arnold. Do you have a reservation? Yes, for a double room with 2 queen-size beds. Oh, yes. Here it is. May I have your credit card? Here you go.
Checking out.
Hello, I'm checking out of room 211. Here's the key.
Thank you. Did you have anything from the minibar?
Yes, I did. A bottle of water. Okay, I'll add that to your bill. Would you like to put this on your credit card?
Yes, please. Here you go. By the way, I need to go to the airport.
No problem. If you step outside, you can get the airport shuttle.
All right. So as you could see here, all of this, I'm sorry, all of this conversation in the check-in and the checking out, it started talking about, in this case, I don't know, some characteristics that can have the apartment, okay? Like saying, hello, I'm checking in, the name is Arnold, okay, do you have reservation? A double room with two size bed. Yes, here it is. May I have your credit card? Here you go, all right. Hello, I'm checking out of room 211. Here is the key. Thank you. Do you have anything from the minimal? We were talking about again from some characteristics of the apartment. Yes, I did. About the love weather. Okay, I will add to your bill. Would you like to put this in your okay? And it says, yes, please. Here you go. By the way, I need to go to the airport. No problem. If you step outside, you can get the airport shuttle. Okay? So look at this. We were talking about the apartment, the reservation, all of this, and in the checking out, they were registering. For example, last class we were talking about the minibar, and sometimes if the minibar has content, if you consume, you have to pay for that. So that's what she's talking about. That if you consume, or I don't know, she have anything from the minibar, and yes, she mentioned that, and okay, and then she used, by the way, in order to change sometimes the topic. We are not still talking about the apartment. So now we are talking about that this person needs to go to the airport. And then the person who is attending her is answer to her. No problem. If you step outside, you can get the airport shuttle. So here we have actually the factual conditional. Okay, so please now I would like any volunteers to read. Do not forget that by the way, help us a lot of to practice pronunciation. Okay, Marcela and Carla and Crystal, continue just being volunteer. Don't worry. Marcela, letter A, and Carla, letter B. Continue checking in, and the other one checking out.
Okay. Hello, I'm checking in. The name's Arnold.
Do you have a reservation?
Yes, for a double room with two queen size beds.
Oh yes, here it is. May I have your credit card?
Here you go. Continue with the checking out. Okay. Hello, I'm checking out of room 211. Here's the key.
Thank you. Did you have anything from the minibar?
Yes, I did. A bottle of water.
Okay, I'll add that to your bill. Would you like to put this on your credit card?
Yes, please. Here you go. By the way, I need to go to the airport.
No problem. If you step aside, you can get the airport shuttle.
Excellent. Thank you so much, both. And now, Christelle and Abraham. Okay. Christelle, you will do letter A. Abraham, you will do letter B.
Hello, I'm checking in. The name's Arnold.
Abraham, drop it out. Okay, so Daniel Perez, please.
B teacher.
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a reservation?
Yes, for a double room with two queen size beds.
Oh, yes, here is mine. I have your credit card.
Here you go. Hello, I'm checking out of room 211. Here's the key.
Thank you. Did you have anything from the minibar?
Yes, I did a bottle of water.
Oh, I'll add that to your bill. Would you like to put this on your credit card?
Yes, please. Here you go. By the way, I need to go to the airport.
No problem. If you step outside, you can get the airport student.
Excellent. In this case, some words. Every time you see this word that end with ould, it's would, could. Okay. In this case, would, only would. And in this case, shadow, 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 shadow. And yes, that will be all. Now my last ones, Carlos and Betsabe. Carlos?
Yo soy A.
Okay, Carlos, letter A, and Betsabe, letter B.
Hello, I'm checking in. The name's Arnold.
Do you have a reservation?
Yes, for a double room with 2 queen-size beds.
Oh, yes, here it is. May I have your credit card?
Here you go. También el checking out, teacher.
Yes.
Hello, I'm checking out of room 211. Here's the key.
Thank you. Did you have anything from the minibar?
Yes, I did. A bottle of water.
Okay, I'll add that your bill. Would you like to put this on your credit card?
Yes, please. Here you go. By the way, I need to go to the airport.
No problem. If you step outside, you can get the airport shuttle.
Yes. Excellent. Thank you so much, you both. All right. So in this case, something to be noticed. Numbers for us is very is very common to being reading, like literally, but we have some exceptions. As you could see, or maybe you already know that, for example, if we are going to say telephone number or cell phone number, we don't have to say all of the numbers together. Okay, it is permitted that the numbers can be mentioned, talking about telephone number, and in this case, talking about a number of apartment or rooms. One number, yes, it can mention one number literally, like no, I don't know, room 1, room 3, room 2, room 3, and so on. Is permitted to mention two numbers like room 21, room 22, room, and so on. But when we use, and you're going to listen, mention more than two numbers, in this case, three numbers, sometimes people tend to mention, in this case, 211. 211. Why? Because in the systematic moment in which we are going to mention numbers, you have to be careful which numbers are important to registers and in which way. For example, a telephone number, a room in which have three numbers in its composition, we have to mention single by single, because in communication, not all communication will be clear. No toda comunicación es clara. We can have, in this case, some inconveniences, some interference that cannot help us to get the whole idea. So that's why there, es que en allá las cosas, cualquier error se maneja de una manera muy seria. So that's why in this case, talking about rooms, some people say 211 or 211 or any other cases. It's sometimes you can see people or listen people to mention like 211. Okay, it's sometimes people mention it that way, but just to be careful how you are going to receive the information. That's why if it is pronounced in a complex way, we have the question quotes like repeat again, come again, could you repeat again? May I ask a question, please? Could you repeat again? I didn't listen well. Or could you repeat again? I would like to confirm that. So that's why the numbers, if it is numbered, yes, that's okay. But we have to know how or in which moment we have to read the complete number, or we have to say single by single or twice by a single. It's kind of complex, but it's pretty cool to understand how numbers works in different places. All right, so please do not forget to use by the way in different conversations you're going to have, different discussions you're going to have, because it helps us and it's very common to listen people to use by the way. It's very common. You can go to Yoglish, give me a second. In your free time, cuando tengan tiempito, you can go to Yoglish. Yes, Yoglish, and you can write, by the way, and you're going to find many videos that contains the pronunciation and the use of it. Okay, you can use Yoglish for that or any word as well. Okay, all right. So now let's continue. Okay, this is the checking out. We already did it. Okay, so in this case, it says that we have to now work, but in this case, it's a role playing. The last activity, we read all of this as it was mentioned, but in this case, we have to write our own ideas. Look at the example, and I'm sure you have in your books. You have in your books. So here it says, hello, I'm checking in. The name's Arnold. So here we can say good afternoon, good morning, I'm checking in. The name is, I don't know, Arturo. The name is Cristel, and so on. Okay? Do you have a reservation? Yes. For, and in this case, what it says. Yes, for a double room with 2 crisis bed. So maybe you can, yes, we have a reservation for a room with, I don't know, with a king size bed. So you have to change in this case. B, oh yes, here it is. May I have your credit card? And then you can say, here you go. We have in this case other places like, may I have your credit card? No, I don't have credit card, or no for the moment. I will pay bill. I will pay a bill, okay? O en efectivo. The checking out, it says. Again, the greeting. We have more ways to greet a person. So in this case, hello, good afternoon, good morning. I'm checking out for room, and then you change only. You put in this case any number of room you would like. Thank you. Did you have anything from the minibar yesterday? And here you can mention maybe you have, I don't know, a soda, a beer. What else can be? Soda, beer, water. Maybe if you want to maintain, but I mostly prefer to you to do it. Okay. And now, if you mention in this case, thank you. Did you have anything from the minibar yesterday? You can say, yes, I did. No, I didn't. If you mention no, I didn't, then you can say it in this case and continue. And where we are? Okay, I will add that to the bill. Or you can say, okay. Would you like to put this in your credit card? Yes, please. By the way, you can say, I need to go to the airport. I need a taxi. I need a subway. I need a city bus. As you remember, with you, we talk about means of transportation. So you can use those as well, okay? Así que cambien lo que dice ahí. Try to change it. Miren el ejemplo. Si dice hello, que se les venga a la mente todos los tipos de saludos que pueden usar. En cuanto a nombres, pues tenemos muchos nombres. En aquí, yes, for a, do you have a reservation? Yes, for a, y en aquí usen, ¿no? En el caso, no sé, queen size bed, I don't know, maybe yo, a suite, you do a reservation for a suite, or you do a reservation for a, I don't know, maybe two queen size bed, etc. Okay? So now, please, I would like Dailin and Estrella. Cambien lo que está. Aquí vemos espacios y cambien. ¿Y qué tienen que cambiar? Si es que se vuelven a preguntar, miren nomás la conversación que tienen anteriormente y solo tienen que cambiar. Saludo, tenemos muchos saludos. El nombre, y en este caso, su reservación. ¿Qué tipo de habitación han reservado? ¿No? ¿Con qué tipos de beds, de cama? ¿Ok? Luego después de ahí cambian también el número de la reservación. Luego después en aquí, yes I did. Pueden mencionar que han tomado del minibar. ¿Y qué más? Si ustedes desean que esto se los cobre con la tarjeta de crédito, dicen yes please o no please. Here you go. By the way, I need to go to the airport. O también puede decir I need to go to the taxi, to the bus, to the subway, to the city bus, etc. Okay? So, let's start. Dialing, you will be letter A, and Estrella, you will be letter B.
Hi, I'm checking in. The name's Blanca.
Do you have a reservation?
Yes, for a single room with extra towels, please.
Oh, yes, here it is. May I have your credit card?
No, I don't have credit card in this moment. I paid with a bill, please.
Excellent. And now, checking out.
Hello, I'm checking out for a room 25. There is the key.
Thank you. Did you have anything for the minibar yesterday?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I will add that to your bill. Would you like to put it on your credit card?
No, I pay with a bill, please.
Okay. Thank you so much, Dailin and Estrella. Thank you. Yes, you understand the topic. All right, so in this case, do not forget this kind of conversation or questions we have because they are the most common you're going to listen to. All right? Are pretty common. Even though some in there, many people try to reduce the amount of words they use. So here we have the keep talking, in which it says we have to read the instruction below and watch the video for ideas. It says, guest asks about services and amenities in the business center open. So report a problem. Actually, my TV wasn't working. Asking about transportation. Is there a bus stop? Is there taxi station? I don't know. Any mean of transportation we would like to know. Near here, for us directions to places near the hotel. How do I get to and there? The ones that are in brackets. We can only change it. We change it. I don't know, maybe in this case, how do I get to San Francisco Square? How do I get to Spain Square? And so on. The clerk asked the guest about her or his stay. How was your stay? How was your room? How are you yesterday? Give directions and other information. Turn left at the corner and walk 2 blocks. Okay? So look at this. In this case, we have other ways in which we can use some questions to get some information, specific information in this case. So now we are going to see, give me a second. I will share again my screen because why many people is turning off the cameras? It is supposed that just one person wrote me in order to don't turn on her camera because it's an understandable reason. But what about the others? Okay, why it doesn't want to work with this? Give me a second, please. Patient. Okay, if not, well, I will. All right. So now let's listen this video, and you're going to tell me what do you think.
Let's role-play the conversations. Keep talking. Ask about services and amenities. Report a problem. Ask about transportation. Ask for directions to places near the hotel. Ask the guest about her or his stay. Give directions and other information. Say as much as you can.
Good morning. I'm checking in. The name's Ellsworth. Ellsworth.
Do you have a reservation?
Yes, for a single room with a king-size bed.
Oh, yes. Here it is. May I have your credit card?
Here you go. Oh, by the way, is the Clark building far from here?
No, ma'am. It's just down the street.
Thanks so much. What time does the pool open in the morning?
At 6 o'clock.
Good. Thanks again.
Good morning. I'm checking out of room 332. Here's the key.
Thank you. How was your stay?
It was fine, thank you.
Did you have anything from the minibar?
No, I didn't. Actually, the minibar was broken. All of the drinks were warm.
I'm very sorry about that, ma'am. Would you like to put this on your credit card?
Yes, please. Oh, where can I get a taxi?
Just step outside the front door. The taxi stand is just to the right.
Thanks.
Okay, so as you could see, in this case, most of the things we have when we work or when we go to other places is to ask about any of these services. And this is especially for people, believe it or not, many people who know English, they are able to, attend in this case, different hotel, different touristic administration. Is very common to people who only talk English, learn because they are going to learn while working. And in this case, we have these other ones. Of course, we already know some structure like the use of the verb to be and the quotation and the intonation. But that in the case, what is really important is that you to notice why is it important to ask this? Why do I get when I ask the other thing? Why I need to learn it? How this will be helpful for me when I learn English? I don't know, maybe you're going to travel to other places and how it will help me to say, is there a bus stop near here? How do I get to, I don't know, any other place? If someone asks you, how was your stay? How was your room? Do I have to mention how I feel in that moment, or do I have to mention the appearance or some description? So the thing we have to separate the thoughts. Give about directions. Maybe someone is asking for help. How we are going to help that person. Okay, so all of these questions are very important, and a statement like support a problem. We cannot say that in a vacation everything is, I don't know, okay, or everything is full coloring. So maybe there will be a problem. Maybe the TV, I don't know, wasn't working. Or maybe, I don't know, in the minibar, everything was up to date, pasado de fecha. So how we can report that problem? Because if the TV is not working, we have to report because they are going to think that we, I don't know, we did something. We did something in this case. Like, actually, my TV wasn't working. Actually, the bed was, I don't know, broken or gross in something else. Okay? Or maybe the kitchen was dirty and so on. Okay? So please do not forget this. Keep talking. For us, it's very important. Very important in any situation, touristic situation in this case. Okay? Yes, we already did the checking out. And okay, now maybe in some occasion when you are going to stay in a hotel and you will be there, maybe you are going to request some services in a hotel. But how do we say, or how do we can express that idea to we need that kind of service? We're gonna say, I need a service in my apartment. So okay, what services? If you are more specific, maybe the person is going to be more prepared with all their instruments, tools, to help to you. Because if I need services, I don't know, the person is going to be with a brush, is going to be with I don't know, with cups, with a waters or everything. So to be more specific, here we have vocabulary in order you can ask for services. Here we have, I like to order room service, please. What do you understand for order room service? ¿Qué se entiende por la primera? I like to order room service, please. What do you understand? Number 1. Okay.
¿Que quiere pedir servicio al cuarto?
Yes, that we require. Servicio al cuarto. Excellent. Number 2, if I say, could someone please take away the dishes? Take away the dishes. Carla?
I guess it means like cleaning the dishes.
Yes, cleaning the dishes, okay? Some apartment in hotels, as you are there for, I don't know, take vacation, to take a rest, they don't have kitchen because of course they don't think that you are going to cook in that moment. So maybe they order a room service. Maybe we want to a lunch, we want a breakfast, okay? And then someone is going to clean the dishes, okay? Thank you so much, all right? Dishes are out. Number 3, I liked a wake-up call, please. So what is this? What does it mean? Alejandro Condori, what do you understand by number 3?
Pedir que le despierte por llamada.
Excellent. Que nos despierten. Perfect. In a specific time. Thank you so much. Could someone please pick up the laundry? So what does it mean here? Carla?
That's when someone has to take like the laundry. It means the clothes that is dirty.
Yes, excellent. The clothes that are dirty. In this case, like be the blanks, las sábanas, okay? What else? Batas and so on, okay? What about, could someone please make up the room? Be careful. We have this makeup in different sentences, in different actions with different meanings. So in this case, what does it mean to say, could someone please make up the room? Cecilia, please.
Maybe cleaning and ordenar.
Excellent, perfect. Is referring to, in this case, is referring to clean. That our room need to be clean, to be organized. Excellent, thank you so much, Cecilia. Why I say to you to be careful? Because makeup as a noun, it means maquillaje. But in this case, if someone tell, I don't know, could someone please make up the room, make up my room, make up the living room, not only in hotel but also in daily life, to be organized and to be cleaned. Okay, to be clean and organized. Excellent. What about the last one? Could we get some extra pillows, towels, hangers? Carla.
It means that they can bring some extra pillows or extra towels.
Excellent. We're asking that someone can bring us these different things that we need, okay? Pillows, almohadas, towels, toallas, hangers, colgadores. All right, so now let's listen the audio talking about pronunciation and intonation. Why I mention intonation? Because here we have please, here we have our question mark. So let's listen and you follow with the rhythm.
I'd like to order room service, please. I'd like a wake-up call, please. Could someone please make up the room? Could someone please take away the dishes? Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could we get some extra pillows? Could we get some extra towels? Could we get some extra hangers?
Now listen again and repeat.
I'd like to order room service, please. I'd like a wake-up call, please. Could someone please make up the room? Could someone please take away the dishes? Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could we get some extra pillows? Could we get some extra towels? Could we get some extra hangers?
Okay, so now, before we practice this pronunciation, something to be noticed in this case. Look at this. Where is my pencil? Orange one. Okay, so look at this. When we ask, or even though when you're going to learn any language, any language for you, it's important to know the means of respect. What is respect? Respect for us, it's a value in which we have to understand, we have to know the condition on any people action. And we have to consider that any work, anything that a person is doing, we have to value because it's time, because it's life, because it's knowledge. So, in English, respect is very important. Believe it or not, many American people, some of them, especially younger people or teenagers, kind of act like irrespectful. That's why in those places, they, I don't know, we can say the statistic of what is bullying or irrespectful, or maybe some young people who do not have a high degree, they are really irrespectful and they do not get too much things to help them. Even for some professors, some teachers, some misses, it's difficult to deal with those people. Even they get mistreated by them. It's really violent there, some environments they have. But it is something very important. That's why many people that comes from other places, I kind of respect with them. And talking about respect, we have here our modal verb. What is a modal verb? A modal verb is to sound more like asking to you to do something, maybe wishing to you to do something. But this is in the means of respect. Es respeto. Y no suena mandatorio cuando usamos esto. But if I said, can someone please take away the dishes? It sounds like rude. Maybe for us not, because we are learning English. But for American people, believe it or not, they sound like very rude. It's like, why are you so rude? Why are you so respectful? Even though we don't say, can someone please make up? No. Could someone please take away the dishes? It's an asking. You're asking if someone can do that action. Always use could, because it's a modal verb that means and express respect and value about the action that the person is doing. It's very important, okay? And in this case, we don't see the could, but I'd. That means, or that comes from my modal verb, would. What is would for us is, viene de nuestro verbo que es el want, que es querer o quiero, okay? Well, we don't say, I want to order room, please. I want to order room service, please. Now it sounds rude. It's very rude and irrespectful. So we'd say, I like to order room service, please. I'd like a wake-up call, please. Or maybe you're not accustomed with the construction, because sometimes ID for some people is difficult, especially for people who have nasal sound. Es muy difícil pronunciar estos sonidos o las alveolares para las personas que tienen el sonido nasal muy pronunciado. So you can say, I would like to order room. I would like to wake up. This was in the last unit, we talked about the would like. It's like a wish. Okay, it's something that you would like someone do, but in a respectful way. So please, do not forget that modal verb. It's very important. Would, could. If you ask for something, you can say, can you borrow this to me? ¿Puedes prestarme esto? It's different, that sounds. Could you borrow this to me, please? Please, además le da un plus, ¿no? Could es como, podrías. Podría, el would, quisiera, no es quiero, puedo, o puede alguien, no. Okay? So, be careful with those modal verbs that help us not only teach us, okay, English, grammar, vocabulary, all right, I already know. No, but also help us to understand how, I don't know, maybe you express to someone, please, can you get this out here? And the other one is like, why? What are you're ordering me? Okay. And someone is going to be like uncomfortable with that. So be careful with the modal verbs. Are really important. Okay. So now, please, I would like volunteers who read all of this. Just to remember, I like to order room service, please. Could es could, no es cold, no cold es como frío, no van a decir cold porque es frío. Could, otros también lo dicen como la nube, cloud, no es cloud, es could. All right, so please, Carla, read all of this, and then Betsabel, then Ángeles, and then my victims. Okay, Carla.
Okay, I'd like to order room service, please. Could someone please take away the dishes? I'd like a wake-up call, please. Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could someone please make up the room? Could we get some extra pillows, towels, hangers?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Carla. Betsabe, your turn.
Okay, I'd like to order room service, please. Could someone please take away the dishes? I like a wake-up call, please. Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could someone please make up the room? Could we get some extra pillow, towels, and hangers?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Betsabe. Angeles?
I'd like to order room service, please. Could someone please take away the dishes? Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could we get some extra pillows, towels, hangers? I'd like a wake-up call, please. Could someone please make up the room?
Excellent. Thank you so much. Dailin?
I like to order room service, please. I like wake up call, please. Could someone please make up the room? Could someone please take away the dishes? Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could you get some extra pillows, towels, hangers?
Excellent. Thank you so much, Dailin. Cristel?
I'd like to order room service, please. Could some please take away the dishes? I'd like a wake-up call, please. Could some please pick up the laundry? Could some please make up the room? Could we get some extra towels, hangers?
Okay, thank you so much. And then, Carlos?
Sí, teacher.
Read all of this.
We'd like to order room service, please. Could someone please take away the dishes? We'd like wake up call, please. Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could someone please make up the room? Could we get some extra pillows, towels, hangers?
Excellent. Thank you so much. Liz? Liz, are you here? No, Liz. Okay. All right. So, in this case, do not forget this. As I mentioned before, also the modal verb could. Okay? It's not like could, but it's could. How you can pronounce this? Try the O, make like an could, sí. Articulen como una O, como pronuncian la O normalmente. O, and then you pronounce la U. Pronuncien como la O, articulen como O, y luego la U. Lo dejan con la articulación de la O y pronuncian la U. Could. Don't worry, it's okay, Liz. I understand. Don't worry, it's okay. You're going to participate next one. Okay, so now, before we activate the vocabulary, you are going to have 10 minutes break. Van a tener 10 minutitos de descanso. It's 10 and a half. It's not 10 and a half. It's 10:38. Van a tener 10 minutitos de descanso y luego continuamos. Vayan a estirarse, tomen agüita o desayunan los que no han desayunado. Y ya, volvemos, ¿ya? Yo les llamo. 10 minutitos de descanso. Okay, break's over. Let's continue with the topic. All right. Okay. Meanwhile, turn on your cameras and be prepared to participate. In this case, we have the activate vocabulary in which, well, we have to play all the vocabulary we have learned before. All this vocabulary you already know. I like to order room service, please. Could someone please take away the dishes? I'd like a wake-up call, please. Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could someone please make up the room? Could we get some extra pillows? Could we get some extra towels? Can we get some extra hangers? Okay, so now what we have to do in this case? It says with a partner, take turns reading each situation and requesting the service you need. But in this case, we are going to do it all of us, entre todos nosotros. Okay? We have in this case 6 situations. Situation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay? Oh, yes, está avanzando. Okay, so now in this case, you have to tell me which service does the person is asking though, or which service can we, in this case, we can see that this person needs. Situation 1, it says, it's for, and your room is a mess. So, which service do you ask for? Which service do you ask for? Number 1, situation number 1. There is any volunteer? If not, I will choose victim. Cecilia, please.
Situation, make up the room.
Excellent. So in this case, perfect. Could someone please make up the room? Excellent. So when the room is a mess, we ask for make up the room. Thank you so much, Cecilia. What about situation number 2? It says, it's noon and your breakfast dishes are on the floor outside your room. So in this case, which service does this person need? Angeles?
Could someone please take away the dishes?
Yes, excellent. Could someone please take away the dishes? Perfect, because it's a specific time and the breakfast dishes maybe are in table, maybe are in our room, and we don't want to. So we ask for, could someone please take away the dishes? Alejandro Condori, situation number 3, it says, you have a lot of dirty clothes. So in this case, which service do we need?
I'm sorry. Yes. Could you please, I'm sorry. Yeah. Could you please send laundry service to pick up my clothes?
Excellent, perfect. Could someone please pick up my laundry? Okay. So if you have a lot of dirty clothes or clothes that, okay, I don't know, for any situation are dirty, so we ask someone, could someone please pick up my laundry? Perfect, thank you so much, Alejandro. What about situation number 4? It says, it's midnight and you have an early meeting. You are afraid your alarm won't work. So in this case, Betsabe, please, what service do we need?
I like a wake-up call, please.
Excellent. I like a wake-up call, please. Thank you so much, Betsabe. Perfect. Situation number 5. You and your husband have both taken showers, but now your children want baths. So, what do you ask for? What service do we need? In this case, you and your husband have both taken showers, but now your children want a bath. So, which service do we ask for? Any volunteer? Estrella.
Could we get some extra towels? Yeah.
Excellent. Just in this case, look at this samples. Could we get some extra towels? Thank you so much, Estrella. Perfect. What about the last situation? Situation number 6. It says, it's 9 p.m. and you're hungry, but you don't want to go out. So, Carla, please, which question do we need to ask for this service that we need?
Would someone uh, I think more than a question, it would be, I'd like to order room service, please.
Excellent. Yes, I'd like to order room service, please. Thank you so much. Excellent. So, this is the activate vocabulary. As you can see, we have different situations in which maybe we can need those services when you are going to travel to any other place, okay? Or maybe to guide other ones to ask for these kind of services. So, now we have listening comprehension. So, please watch out. It says it's a listen to confirm content. This type of listening is very common in what is sometimes TOEFL, Michigan, Cambridge, ESL, and other ones. What does it has in this case? In which we have to read the statement and to choose if it is true or it is false. First, with me, we are going to read all the statements so you can understand, and when we are going to listen, we are going to confirm if it is true or it is false, okay? So, the first procedure to read. Number 1, it says, Mrs. Matthews can't remember the code to open the safe. So, we are going to confirm later on. Number 2, the electrician fixes the air conditioner. Maybe true or false, we don't know. 3, the man gives the woman extra towels. Number 4, it's not necessary to iron the clothes. Iron is planchar, okay? It's not necessary to iron the clothes. Number 5, the guest finds something she likes on the menu. All right, now let's listen this conversation, and you are going to, in your books, write with a pencil, not with a pen. And if it is true, a T. If it is false, an F. Okay? Or maybe no information in which, maybe in the conversation, they didn't talk about any of this. So we cannot confirm if it is true or if it is false. So, with no information as well.
Conversation 1.
Front desk. This is Daphne. How can I be of help, Miss Matthews?
I've got a serious problem in my room. I've locked my laptop in the room safe and it won't open.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Did you forget the code?
No, I put in the correct numbers, but I'm getting an error message on that little window.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll send someone to check that right away.
Okay, but please hurry. I have to leave for an important meeting and I'll need that laptop.
Don't worry. It sounds like the battery is dead. We'll get that safe open in a jiffy.
Conversation 2.
Yes, this is Charles. How can I offer you excellent service today?
Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and no one's come to make up our room. And the air conditioner? Could you please send someone up to check what's wrong with it? It sounds like a broken motorcycle, and there's hot air coming out of it.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Hey, it's like an oven in here, and the noise is ridiculous. No one could get any sleep last night.
That shouldn't be. I'll send an electrician up right away, and if he can't fix that air conditioner immediately, we'll upgrade you to one of our best suites.
And don't forget, please send someone to make up the room, too.
Conversation 3.
Just a minute.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm here to restock the minibar. Do you need me to replace anything in there?
Let me think. Oh, yes, a chocolate bar and a bottle of orange juice.
Okay, let me just get those from my cart. And is everything in your room satisfactory?
Yes, Actually, now that you ask, I could use a couple of extra towels. Do you have those on your cart?
No, I don't, but I'd be happy to let housekeeping know. How many do you need?
I'd like 2 bath towels and a face towel, please.
I'll let them know. I'm sure someone will bring those up shortly. Anything else?
Actually, I'll need a wake-up call in the morning. Who should I call to request that?
Just dial 0 for the front desk. They'll arrange that call for you.
Many thanks.
Conversation 4.
Yes, housekeeping?
We've got some dirty clothes to be washed, but I can't find a bag in the room. We're in room 101.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you look in the closet? We usually hang the bags and a clothing list on one of the skirt hangers.
Just a minute. Oh, yes, there it is. Thanks.
If you put your clothes in that bag and leave the bag outside of your room, someone will pick it up by 10 a.m.
Great. And when will I get the clothes back?
It depends. Do they need ironing or just washing?
Just washing. It's mostly kids' clothes, a lot of tennis shorts and t-shirts, a few pairs of jeans.
You'll have them by the end of the day.
Conversation 5.
Hello, front desk. Can I help you?
Yes, thanks. I'd like to order dinner.
Certainly. I'll connect you with the restaurant.
Restaurant, how may I help you?
I'd like to order dinner, but I don't have a menu. I'm in room 223.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll send you one up right away.
Just a minute.
You needed a menu?
Yes, thanks.
Okay, so number 1, Karen already gave us the answer. It says false. So let's confirm. And it says, Mrs. Matthews, can't remember the code to open the safe? So in this case, okay, it's false. Excellent. What about number 2? It says the electrician fixes the air conditioner. It is true, false, or we don't have information. Carla, please.
I think no information because they don't say that the electrician actually fixes the air conditioner. So I think no information.
Excellent, perfect. No information because it doesn't mention, only talk about the problem, but no about the solution. Thank you so much. Number 3, it says the man gives the woman extra towel. Is that true, false, or we don't have information? What about in this case? Liz, please.
Teacher, false. The man doesn't give. I think.
Excellent. It's perfect. It's false. And it says the man gives the woman extra towel. False. Kidding. Perfect. Thank you so much, Liz. Number 4, it says it's not necessary to iron the clothes. So in this case, it's true or false? Betsabe?
That's true. She only wanted to wash her clothes.
Excellent. In this case, is true. Thank you so much. And the last one, number 5, it says the guest finds something she likes on the menu. So in this case, it's true or false? Any volunteer? Or I choose a victim? Cecilia, please.
No information.
Excellent. We don't have information. Perfect. So in this case, I don't know why Give me a second. I will stop sharing. And I will share again, porque se está saliendo y entrando a mi monitor a cada rato. Creo que todo esto tengo que compartir. Okay, now I think it's okay. It's perfect. All right, so excellent. You are doing a great job. Just you to route. Number 1, in which it says, Mr. Matthews, can you remember the code to open the safe? False. Number 2, no information. Number 3 is false. Number 4 is 2. And number 5, no information. Okay? Excellent. So this is to confirm the content. So in this case, we are going to listen for details again, and we have to choose the correct answer to complete each statement. We have 5 statements. Let's read before. Number 1 said, the guest is complaining about her safe or her laptop. You are going to tell me later on. Number 2, it says, the air conditioner or the minibar in the room is making a weird sound. Number 3, the guest needs what? A wake-up call or extra glasses. Number 4, the guest wants laundry or room service. And number 5, the guest would like what? Room service or wake-up call. So now let's listen again the conversation, and then you're going to tell me what about to fill in the gaps, okay? So now let's listen again and be careful and focus on the word that is mentioned there.
Conversation 1.
Front desk, this is Daphne. How can I be of help, Miss Matthews?
I've got a serious problem in my room. I've locked my laptop in the room safe and it won't open.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Did you forget the code?
No, I put in the correct numbers, but I'm getting an error message on that little window.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'll send someone to check that right away.
Okay, but please hurry. I have to leave for an important meeting and I'll need that laptop.
Don't worry. It sounds like the battery is dead. We'll get that safe open in a jiffy.
Conversation 2.
Yes, this is Charles. How can I offer you excellent service today?
Well, it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and no one's come to make up our room. And the air conditioner? Could you please send someone up to check what's wrong with it? It sounds like a broken motorcycle, and there's hot air coming out of it.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Hey, it's like an oven in here, and the noise is ridiculous. No one could get any sleep last night.
That shouldn't be. I'll send an electrician up right away, and if he can't fix that air conditioner immediately, we'll upgrade you to one of our best suites.
And don't forget, please send someone to make up the room, too.
Conversation 3.
Just a minute.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm here to restock the minibar. Do you need me to replace anything in there?
Let me think. Oh, yes, a chocolate bar and a bottle of orange juice.
Okay, let me just get those from my cart. And is everything in your room satisfactory?
Yes, Actually, now that you ask, I could use a couple of extra towels. Do you have those on your cart?
No, I don't, but I'd be happy to let housekeeping know. How many do you need?
I'd like 2 bath towels and a face towel, please.
I'll let them know. I'm sure someone will bring those up shortly. Anything else?
Actually, I'll need a wake-up call in the morning. Who should I call to request that?
Just dial 0 for the front desk. They'll arrange that call for you.
Many thanks.
Conversation 4.
Yes, housekeeping?
We've got some dirty clothes to be washed, but I can't find a bag in the room. We're in room 101.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you look in the closet? We usually hang the bags and a clothing list on one of the skirt hangers.
Just a minute. Oh, yes, there it is. Thanks.
If you put your clothes in that bag and leave the bag outside of your room, someone will pick it up by 10 a.m.
Great. And when will I get the clothes back?
It depends. Do they need ironing or just washing?
Just washing. It's mostly kids' clothes. a lot of tennis shorts and t-shirts, a few pairs of jeans.
You'll have them by the end of the day.
Conversation 5.
Hello, front desk. Can I help you?
Yes, thanks. I'd like to order dinner.
Certainly. I'll connect you with the restaurant.
Restaurant, how may I help you?
I'd like to order dinner, but I don't have a menu. I'm in room 223.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I'll send you one up right away.
Just a minute.
You needed a menu?
Yes, thanks.
Okay. Laura, please. Number 1. What it says? The guest is complaining about her safe or her laptop? Laura?
Sorry, teacher, my internet. The guest is complaining about her tape.
Okay, so let's see. Excellent. About her safe. Number 2. The in the room is making weird sound. So Liz, air conditioner or minibar? What it says?
Teacher, the air conditioner in the room is making a weird sound.
Excellent. Air conditioner is making the room is making a weird sound. Excellent. Number 3. The guest need a wake-up call or extra glasses. Betsabe.
A wake-up call.
Excellent. The guest needs a wake-up call. Thank you. Number 4. The guest want service. What? Laundry service or room service? What does he need? Number 4. Any volunteer? Or big team? Carlos? Arturo? You here? Abraham.
Estaba comiendo, perdón.
Don't worry. Okay. Don't worry. I'm sorry. Number 4. It says the guest want. What does he want? Laundry or room service?
Laundry.
All right. So laundry service. Excellent. And the last one, Abraham Ali. Are you here? The guest, would you like room service or wake-up call?
Room service.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Excellent. Room service. So the ones who are writing in their books. 1. Safe. The guest is complaining about her safe. Number 2. The air conditioner in the room is making a weird sound. Number 3. The guest needs a wake-up call. Number 4. The guest wants laundry service. And the last one, number 5. The guest would like room service. Excellent. You're doing great job. Okay, now here we have a summarize. You're going to do later on this. There's some of this part that you do en los repasos que tienen, en the review chapter, unit review. Okay, now here we have the communication activator in which it says, now let's quiz services in a hotel. Talking points. Look at the situations in room 46 and 47. It says, make a list of what each guest should say to the other staff when he or she calls. So, for example, in room number 406, we have, I like to order room service. So, in this case, when we say room service, which of these? Okay, so now I would like some volunteers to tell me about room 46 and room 47. Which services they are going to ask for? What about, I don't know, maybe at 9 a.m. in room number 46, which service does he is going to ask at that time? Which service is going to ask for? No, a las 8 a.m. here. Any volunteer? No volunteer? Victim? Mm? Cristel? You hear, Cristel? Betsabe, please. At 9 a.m., which question or what is going to call for service? What is going to ask for?
Well, she needs a washing service, so could someone please pick up the laundry?
Excellent. Could someone please pick up the laundry? And here we see the bag of the laundry. All his dirty clothes he is putting here there in order someone is going to pick up the laundry. Excellent. Thank you so much, Betsabe. What about at 8 a.m.? Look at this. He's showering himself, but something is missing. Something, he don't have something. Carla, please.
I think it would be, he would ask, could someone get some extra towel, please?
Excellent. Thank you so much. He will ask someone to bring him some extra towels because look at he's showering himself, but with he doesn't have towels. Thank you. What about at 7:30 a.m. in this case? What service is going to order he? Hmm? He's looking the menu, but for what? Any volunteer? Maybe dialing?
I don't know. Maybe I like, bueno, he like to order room service.
Excellent. He will. In this case, he would like to order room service. Okay, in order maybe they can bring the menu, they can bring a lunch. In this case, at it is 7:30 a.m., maybe the breakfast. Excellent. What about 1 p.m.? Look at this. It's a mess there. So, Karen mentioned, excellent. Could someone please make up the room? Perfect. So, look at this. It's a mess. It is organized. So when we want someone to clean the room, to organize the room, we said, could someone please make up the room? Excellent, Karen. Thank you. What about 10:30 p.m.? Look at this. He wants to sleep, something like that. His hand is near to the telephone. Angeles, please.
Wake up call?
Excellent. He will ask for a wake-up call. Thank you so much. And now let's go to the room for 7. In this case, we have these other things that something is going on. What about this? Let's start with the afternoon, 3:30 p.m. Look at this. It's closed. It's like corrugated one. So, what is she going to ask for? Hmm? What are we going to ask in this case? Oh, she is going to ask. No? What about Daniel Perez?
Yes, teacher.
At 3:30 p.m. What do you think she would like to order in this case?
Unnecessary to iron the clothes.
Yes, excellent. She will ask maybe for laundry 2. Ironing her clothes. Ironing her clothes. Estamos viendo que está arrugada, así que necesita una planchadita. Excellent. Thank you so much, Daniel. What about 3 p.m.? Look at this. See with the skirt and here some hangers. So, what is going on here? Maybe, I don't know, Marcela at 3 p.m.
We'll ask for some extra hangers.
Yes, excellent. We are asked for extra hangers, but in this case, it's like skirt hangers, okay? They have like 2 pins to keep that skirt, as it doesn't have like a shoulder keeper, shoulder, I don't know, hombreras. I don't know how to say hombreras, but like shouldering in this case. Look at this. These are for the one that has shoulder, but in this case, a skirt you cannot put it because they are going to fall down. So in this case, we have like an skirt shoulder, skilled hangers. Okay, it has a clips. All right. What about 5 p.m.? Look at this. Her hair dryer is not working. Something is going on. So for what she is going to ask, which service does she need? Alejandro Condori?
Sorry, teacher, repeat, please.
Okay. So look at the situation, the picture. Her hair dryer is not working. So which service she is going to ask for? Which service? ¿Qué servicio va a preguntar ella? ¿Qué necesita?
Could someone check it?
Yes? Could someone check the hair dryer? Could someone fix the hair dryer? Okay? Remember this last vocabulary? We just said, no, it's not here. And in this here, no? Maybe someone is going to ask for fix something. Okay, fix something. Where is it? No, it's in the Audi. Okay? It's a question in which we use to ask someone to fix something. Okay? So in this case, as it is look like it's not working, maybe. So she will ask someone to help with the hair dryer. What about number 6? Look at this. The minibar, something is going on with the minibar. So, what is going on here? Cecilia?
She needs an electrician that fix the minibar.
Excellent. She needs an electrician, so she can pick, or this person can fix the minibar because she cannot open. Excellent. Thank you so much, Cecilia. And what about number 8? Number 8, no. At 8 p.m. Here is some dishes, but what does she need? Which service does she need? Estrella? Estrella? Which service do we need in this case? Here are the dishes, but are on the floor, so what service does she need?
Could someone please take away the dishes?
Excellent. Could someone please take away the dishes? Yeah, excellent. So these are the situations. Do not forget, as you could say, is very necessary, even though when you are going to stay in a hotel or maybe to ask someone for help. Okay, so here we have again a communication activator in which we are going to use the request services in a hotel. This is a kind of role place in which we are going to have like two telephones, and here we have all the recycled language. What is the recycled language in your book? Is words, phrases that we already saw in the last units. Okay, like, I don't know, maybe the hair dryer isn't working. I don't know, the van isn't working, is broken, is clogged. Clogged is like atascado, like atascado. Is making a weird sound, won't open, close, turn on, turn off, the stuff. I'll connect with dun dun dun. I'm sorry about that. That's ridiculous. We'll send someone to, okay? So in this case, hello, room service, front desk, housekeeping. As mentioned before, this is not only for a hotel services, it's also when we want to call for help. Front desk can be our housekeeping, okay? So I need to say, hello, this is in the room, and you are going to use, in this case, any help that you will need, okay? So just to review, you have here the talking points in which we have already different problems stated. What else you are going to review? All the vocabulary, like, I'd like to order room service, please. Could someone please take away the dishes? I like a wake-up call, please. Could someone please pick up the laundry? Could someone please make up the room? Or could we get some extra pillows? Could we get some extra towels? Can we get some extra hangers? And so on, okay? So in this case, please, I would like volunteers mostly in order to participate. What is going to do? I need one volunteer A and volunteer B. Volunteer A is going to greet first, hello, and to direct room service, front desk, housekeeping, etc. And letter B is going to say hello, this is in the room, da da da. Here you are going to say, I don't know, this is your name in room and the number of the room, and you are going to mention the problem you have. Like, I don't know, you can say the ventilator isn't working. Or maybe I cannot turn on or I cannot turn off the TV. So the next one is going to give you the solution, maybe, if it is possible. If it is not, like, they always don't bring us the solution. Casi no siempre nos dan la solución cuando llamamos, porque la llamada siempre se corta en lo que, okay, that's the problem, okay, we are going to be in your room as soon as possible. And that's all, cuando llamamos. All right, so now, please, I would like some volunteers in order to practice with this A and B rule, okay, with the staff person. Try to consider, in this case, all vocabulary we already learned, and also taking into account any problems that you can have, as mentioned before, in the picture with the talking points. So, there is volunteers or no volunteers? Give me a second. Okay, so I will choose, please, Betsabe and Laura. Betsabe, you will do letter A. Only you have to say hello, room service. And Laura, you will say hello, this is your name, ¿no? Okay, this is Laura. In room, te inventas cualquier número. And then you say, I don't know, maybe the hair dryer isn't working. Or maybe the TV is broken. Or the minibar is clogged. And then the other person is going to say, okay, we are going to be there as soon as possible. But you have to express, in this case, the main problem you must have, o que tienen. Like in this case. You can see? Some of them have problems, some of them have necessities, so you have to express that, okay? So now, please, let's start. Betsabe and Laura.
Hello, room service.
Hello, this is Laura. In my room D36. I have some troubles with my hair dryer. It's doing awful sound.
Okay, I'm sorry about that. I will send someone to check it.
Please, maybe
Excellent.
you can change it.
Sorry, teacher. No, it's okay. Continue. Don't worry.
Thanks, and maybe you can change it too.
Excellent.
Yes.
Thank you so much, both. You're perfect. And now, let's go. What about Alejandro? You will be letter A. And Daniel, you will be letter B. So let's start.
Okay. Um, I'm sorry. Hi, this is Mr. Condori in room 2000. Bathroom setting is clogged.
So Daniel, what do you answer for that problem?
Mm, eh, mm, ¿Será que me lo puede volver a repetir? Es que
Yes, you
no,
can ask
es
him,
que creo
please.
que no, A and B. No.
Oh, yes, se saltó. Okay, only the greeting. But you can ask him again and say, please, could you repeat again your problem?
I the
Here you say,
could someone please pick up the laundry?
excellent. Here you have, look at this. All the problems in guest, whoever who is in the hotel, in the apartment, can express using this vocabulary. And the other one, maybe. Someone is saying, I don't know, the minibar is not working, the minibar is clogged, or maybe the minibar is making a weird sound. So you answer to him, you can say, I'm sorry about that. We'll send someone to pick up the minibar and to fix that. And the other person can say, I hope you can solve this problem. There are many places. It's not aesthetic, the speaking one. Okay? We're going to practice, but later on. But do not forget this. Guest, the one who is staying in the hotel and is going to use this vocabulary to express any problem that maybe is facing at the moment. And the staff, they are going to tell you, I will connect you with, maybe the person needs, I don't know, a taxi driver, maybe the person needs, I don't know, any other service. So I will connect you with, and then you're going to say, I don't know, with the electrician, okay, or maybe with the housekeeping and other ones. Alrighty, I'm sorry about that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, like, no, eso no puede ser posible, eso es ridículo, ¿no? Porque otros se aseguran que está todo tranquilo en la habitación. Así que van a chequearlo, ¿no? Por eso decían, we'll send someone to fix that. Or we will send someone to pick up the hair dryer and fix that. All right? So let's continue. Here we have a reading comprehension in which it says, read and listen for a short-term vacation rental on a website. Okay, this is a rental. Here we are going to see. What do you think are some upsides and downsides to staying at this rental property? Look at this. First, let's see A2H, my house equals your hotel. Rent an entire house or just a private room, perfect for your vacation. And here we have large private bedroom and shared bath in large houses, but for falls. 1 to 2 guests. Remains the stars. Here we have 4, and there is 7,054 reviews. Here it has Wi-Fi, it has laundry, here it has ironing, it has parking, it has hangers, and it has locked. Okay? So it mentions some characteristics about that part. Share bath, it is supposed that you are going to share with other guests in that place. Share kitchen, of course the kitchen is going to be shared by all the guests as well, but you have a quiet private bedrooms. The owners are Ivan and Miranda, and they said, we leave early and come back late. So we love having someone in our house. We usually eat out on weeknight, so the kitchen will be all yours. On weekends, we sleep late and are rarely home, while we won't be at the house much during your stay. Feel free to contact us with any question. We also have a lot of local recommendations to share. Okay? So, this is the check calendar for praise night. It is supposed month, day, year, and so on. Okay, and the availability. So here we have 3 reviews. It says, review number 1, Raymond Cuapa Lumbur, September 2021. It says the house is awesome. It's super clean and comfortable, but a little small. Even though the kitchen is shared with owners Miran and Ivan, they don't cook much, so you feel like the whole house is yours. And when they are there, they are so much fun to talk to. I like them to be there more. One of the things I like most about these rentals is getting to know the owners near the art museums and everything else. Okay, so that's positive. That's why he qualified this place state in 4-star. What about City Girl in New York in August 2021? Beware. Oh, look at this. We have 2-star. What it says? Site doesn't mention the no guest and no pet policy. I go everywhere with my dog, Puffy. But when I arrived, Ivan told me the dog had to stay outside. I have friends in Bedford Falls, and I was looking forward to invite them for drinks and some good conversation. But Ivan said that if I wanted to invite guests, I had to ask permission first. Next time, I'll remember to ask a lot of questions. Upside, the bedroom door has a lock, and the owners never use the kitchen. So it's all of yours. Gourmet Gary, Atlanta, in July 2021, it says, this was our second stay, and it has even better than the first. Excellent location, walking distance to a 24/7 supermarket. It means all day during the week. I'm a gourmet cook, and I like the kitchen where I can create classic French dishes. This place has a truly great gourmet kitchen, but if you feel like eating out, it's near lots of restaurants. Owners are always available for information and especially for restaurant recommendations. but they are never in your way. Great place if you want a home away from home. You won't be disappointed. Okay? So look at this. This is we mentioned at the beginning, I think, of the unit, a rent entire house. There are some people who have their house like a hotel, but it's like living in a house because you have all the commodities like in the house. Not the services as it is in a hotel, but is kind of comfortable that most people will like. And sometimes I think that is more cheaper because you have only the accommodation of to have a private room. So now let's listen about what they say. I suppose it's the same, but look at this and look for details and pronunciation.
H2H. My house is your hotel. Rent an entire house or just a private room. Perfect for your vacation. Large private bedroom and shared bath in large house. Bedford Falls. 1 to 2 guests. Owners Ivan and Miranda.
We leave early and come back late, so we love having someone in our house. We usually eat out on weeknights, so the kitchen will be all yours. On weekends, we sleep late and are rarely home. While we won't be at the house much during your stay, feel free to contact us with any questions. We also have a lot of local recommendations to share.
Raymond, Kuala Lumpur, September 2021.
The house is awesome. It's super clean and comfortable, but a little small. Even though the kitchen is shared with owners Miranda and Ivan, they don't cook much, so you feel like the whole house is yours. And when they're there, they're so much fun to talk to. I'd like them to be there more. One of the things I like most about these rentals is getting to know the owners, near the art museum and everything else.
City Girl, New York, August 2021.
Beware. Site doesn't mention the no guest and no pet policy. I go everywhere with my dog Puffy, but when I arrived, Ivan told me the dog had to stay outside. I have friends in Bedford Falls, and I was looking forward to inviting them for drinks and some good conversation. But Ivan said that if I wanted to invite guests, I had to ask permission first. Next time, I'll remember to ask a lot of questions. Upside, the bedroom door has a lock, and the owners never use the kitchen, so it's all yours.
Gourmet Gary, Atlanta, July 2021.
This was our second stay, and it was even better than the first. Excellent location. Walking distance to a 24/7 supermarket. I'm a gourmet cook, and I like a kitchen where I can create classic French dishes. This place has a truly great gourmet kitchen. But if you feel like eating out, it's near lots of restaurants. Owners are always available for information, and especially for restaurant recommendations. But they're never in your way. Great place if you like privacy. If you want a home away from home, you won't be disappointed.
Okay, so as you could see here in the site, we can see some description about the site and also some opinions or reviews about the place, people who were stayed there. So now let's identify supporting details. Supporting details for us are those details that cannot be omitted. When you do a summary, even in Spanish or in English, what is a summary, un resumen? You only choose the words that are going to help you to remember the topic. We don't choose all the words. Okay? So, in this case, the supporting details are the ones who are going to help us to understand better and are the key ideas to understand all the rhythm and who are talking to or who is not talking about that. It says, click on one or more answers to each question with a partner. Identify the source of your answers. So it says, Gourmet Gary, say it's a great place if you like privacy. Okay, so number 1, it says, who appreciates privacy? who appreciate privacy in this case? Raymond, Seta Girl, or Goodman Gary, the ones who were the reviewer? It can be more than one answer, of course. So, do you have any volunteer? In this case, who appreciate privacy? Nylin, please.
Gourmet Gary.
Okay. In this case, it says City Girl and Gourmet Gary. Excellent. Why do you have this information? Oh, City Girl says she's happy that there is a lock on the door. So, that means that they have a lock on the door means to have privacy. What else Gourmet says? Gourmet Gary says, great place if you like privacy. Be careful. When you're going to listen or to read something, not always are going to mention the specific word. No siempre van a mencionar la palabra específica. Ellos pueden hacer como una inferencia, pueden decir la definición de la palabra sin decir la palabra o como una metáfora en algunos casos. Okay, so be careful with that. Thank you so much. Number 2, who recommends this rental property? Laura, please.
Raymond and Gourmet Gary.
Okay, so let's see. Raymond and Gourmet Gary. Excellent. So let's remember what it says. Raymond said they both rate the accommodation well. Raymond rates it with 4 stars. Raymond described the house as awesome and super clean. What about Gourmet Gary? They both rate the accommodation well. Gourmet Gary rates it with 5 stars. This is Gourmet Gary, second stay, and he described it is a home away from home. Excellent. Number 3, who thinks the lock on the bedroom door is important? Who said that? Who said that the door lock is important? Cecilia, please.
City girl.
Excellent, City Girl. She's the ones who give a 2 stars because she says she described the look on the bedroom door as being an upside. And yes, sometimes it's pretty cool, but some places there they have the look on the bedroom, but they have the keys as well. Number 4, it says, who posted positive comment about the kitchen, Betsabe?
Gourmet Gary.
Gourmet Gary, okay. There is any other one? So let's see. City Girl and Gourmet Gary. Excellent. Why City Girl? City Girl gave a 2 star because she mentioned about they didn't mention, the owners didn't mention about that it is permitted or there is the, how you can say? Well, they have to permission to have pets. But the only positive I think that mentions Settiger, I think two things positive. Says the owners never use the kitchen, so the kitchen is all of yours. And Gourmet Gary said, describe the kitchen as being a truly great gourmet kitchen. Excellent. So, perfect. This is the supporting details. Very important. So now here we have make personal connection. Which of these 3 guests are you most like? Discuss with your partner. So in this case, I will ask all of you, because if we do it for partners, the time is not enough. Okay, so number 1, who appreciates privacy? It says Raymond and Gourmet Gary. But for you, in your case, which of the 3 guests, Raymond, Gourmet Gary, or maybe a city girl, you are most like? Do you appreciate privacy like Raymond and Gourmet Gary? Would you recommend the rental property if you stay there with all the accommodation they mentioned in the description of the site? Number 3, who thinks the lock of the bedroom door is important? City girl, but do you think for you it is important? Number 4, who posted positive comments about the kitchen, City Girl and Gourmet. But for you, is it okay that you have the kitchen, all of you? So I would like volunteers to ask or to answer. I'm sorry, number 1. Raymond and Goodman Gary appreciate privacy, but for you, would you like to have lock on the doors when you are going maybe in these kind of places to stay? ¿Hay alguna opinión personal? ¿Les gustaría tener? ¿Aprecian bastante la privacidad como para tener la cerradura de llave? Marcela, please.
Yes, I will really appreciate my privacy if someday I rent some of this type of house. I think it's
excellent,
really important.
Yes, I'm with you. I agree with you. Cecilia, what about question number 2? If you stay in this kind of property, would you recommend with all the description they mention in the site?
Yes, I recommend, but the owners are friendly and the kitchen is good, so I recommend.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Yes, it can be recommended. But as mentioned before, for example, City Girl, it's also to recommend they add the description if they admit pets. Number 3, who thinks the lock on the bedroom door is important? City Girl. So for you, if you stay in this kind of place, like it's a house, but it works like a hotel in which you share some services. So in this case, do you think to lock the bedroom door is important for you? Because it's the only part of the house in which you are going to be in private. Suppose that is the only space they offer to you that will be for you, only that for you. So what do you think about this, Alejandro?
For me, is number 3 is
Yes,
city.
number 3.
Yeah. She she's safe and policy in your room, in her room.
Yeah. Yes. For some people, for example, like City Girl, she mentioned like look on the bedroom door is important. But as mentioned before, it's like a house in which different people, as many people as they have, is going to be everything like shared by other people. Okay. Number 4, who posted positive comments about the kitchen? So in this case, as you look, the kitchen, it has many positive comments. So are you going to give some positive comment in this case to this place, Laura?
Teacher?
Would you give this place positive comments, like City Girl or Gourmet Gary, about the kitchen?
Yes, because in my personal opinion, I think that when you are alone and like they mentioned that the owners don't cook, it's better. And for me, I'm agree with City Girl and Gourmet Curry.
Excellent. Perfect. So it's most comfortable when you have things for you. Perfect. So you feel like you are in a real house. So we already seen this. This is the discussion. You will do it. Okay. This will be your homework. I will state because this is the unit. We finished with the unit 4, and this is the tic tac toe. And hopefully this used to work with in physical room. We are going to try to do it later on, okay? So I will stop sharing. Please turn on your cameras. I could take a screenshot and then van a tener en este caso su review unit 4. Van a tener también una tareita, no mucha tarea porque as you could see is will, es el futuro. So now please smile and 1, 2, 3 and 4. Excellent. All right. So thank you so much for your attention, your participation, all of you. And we are going to continue with the topic Unit 5 in next Saturday. Be prepared, study for your test that we are like 2 weeks near to your test. Okay, estamos casi a 2 semanas cerca de su primer examen. So if you need any help, si no entienden alguna parte, alguna estructura, I'm willing to help you, ¿ok? Yo estoy siempre dispuesta a ayudarlos, a hacerles entender. Hay algunos que, no sé, tal vez por miedo no participan, no quieren decir sus dudas, pero pueden decirme a mi número interno, no hay problema, ¿ya? Así que conmigo nos vamos a estar viendo el siguiente sábado y por favor, estudien. Les voy a dejar tareita en el Classroom para que hagan en su portafolio. Su portafolio. Vayan haciendo, no lo dejen a última hora. No olviden que ese es su prerequisito para entrar al primer examen, ¿ok? Y obviamente que la lista. Y obviamente que su asistencia. Antes de que me vaya, voy a llamarles la lista a los que no los tengo. Algunos no los tengo. Alejandro Mauricio, si estás aquí, porque te he hecho participar. ¿Quién más? Sí, él no me salta. Los demás ya les he llamado la lista, ¿ya? A excepción de 4 personas que se han cambiado de horario. All right, so that will be all. Thank you so much for your participation, your attendance, and see you next Saturday. If you have any doubt, we are going to see. Oh, thank you, Betsabe. Yesterday was Teacher's Day. Thank you so much. I appreciate so much that. It's beautiful to be a teacher. And many times. Bye-bye. See you on
Goodbye. Thank you.
Saturday. Bye-bye. See
Bye,
you.
teacher. Thank you.
Bye-bye.